Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I am Gerry. Hello there. There is David, and there is Max. There they are. They're the guys. All right? Guys, how are we today? I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, doing very well. Things are changing fast for the better.
Yeah.
The Blues are on the up.
Yeah.
This is true. I'm in good headspace. I feel nice about life, you know. Big win in Cyprus, where we sold out our allocation, which just speaks volumes about the supporters. That's just ridiculous. That's awesome. I love the videos that were on Twitter of the people in like the clubs, like dancing and everything in Cyprus. That's great.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, if that's what it's all about, I may have trouble going to game. He's pointing.
Someday,
Look
maybe.
at the old man. On to our match reaction, gentlemen. All right, none of us were there. You both watched it. How are we feeling? What are the reactions? Who wants to start?
Go on then. Right. I was particularly happy with the performance because it was a very un-Everton-like performance, like we've seen so far this season. Really, a few players chopped and changed the positions. When I first seen the starting 11, obviously you had lads like Morgan Feeney, Harry Charsley in there, so obviously they caught the eye, wondering how they were going to do. But one of the first things that caught my eye was how are we going to compensate Morales, Lookman and Vlasic in the same kind of formation, because obviously they're all kind of similar players, and obviously with the centre mid situation that we've got, we just tend to avoid clashing them together because it just breeds problems. But they worked really well together. They were in particular. I think Morales needs a particular mention because he played down the middle. And to be honest, that's one of the best games I've seen him have. It was almost as if he took on responsibility. And he had his typical cut in and try and bend one into the top corner every half an hour or so. But he took on a lot of responsibility. He was setting lads up. He was central to a lot of the attacking moves that we were making. So I feel like hopefully that means he's turned the corner.
Yeah.
Dave? Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic to see us winning again. 3 games, three clean sheets, and it was funny. Although the game was a dead rubber, there was just so much satisfaction. I don't know if it was the same for you lads. Just watching us play some really good football again and taking a bit of pride in it and excitement just going forward. We looked sharp. I thought Lookman played maybe his best game in an Everton shirt. At times he was dancing through the opposition, and okay, I know they're not the best team you'll ever face, but equally, at this level to kind of make people look so mundane is pretty impressive. He deserved his goal, probably could have got a hat-trick tonight. He had to settle for a brace, but I thought he played well. My only thing on what you were saying, Max, was with the Morales thing is I think I'm so far past it with Morales. I feel like we've done this dance so many times before where he shows us a glimmer of hope and then he just goes back to being fucking shite. Well, not even shite. He's never been shite, just non-existent. So I can't get on board with that one at the moment, but I have to agree in terms of the performance tonight. I thought he played well, and those three that you talked about there really did complement each other well. We looked really sharp. I thought we looked fairly solid at the back. I don't think Bessage played particularly well, but that whole defence was makeshift really, so no criticism there. We kept a clean sheet, and yeah, it was just enjoyable, wasn't it, to get another win, and to get 3 goals as well away from home in Europe set us up well for Sunday.
It's weird when we get a win and I actually get a little angry, but follow me here. Imagine we actually bring that kind of mentality to our previous Europa League matches. I feel like it's such an opportunity lost, and
Yeah.
I don't want to lament and be Debbie Downer or anything, but honestly, we look good. I mean, Mola Lookman has a swagger. Did he? I mean, every single time he got the ball in the first half, it's like he was thinking, "Oh, there's no way they're going to touch me."
Yeah.
It
was like
usually didn't.
It was like Messi-esque almost at times, wasn't it? The way he was dancing through them.
They just literally they looked like they were in a different gear. It was impressive. It was great, and I cannot believe he whipped out that shot. That second goal,
Great goal.
I thought he was going to take another touch or two, and I can't get over how young that dude looks. He did an interview with him. I know he's older than he looks. I still think he looks 16. He's deceptively mature on the pitch. I think it's consistency issues with him.
It'll save him well in later life. He'll be happy about that.
He will.
I do agree though, and I think it's something I wanted to avoid in our initial kind of conversation about the game, but I know, yeah. Here comes the fucking negativity. Here's Gerry. But the only thing that was frustrating is what you said there. It's like we knew there was no pressure on us, and suddenly we started playing, and it just goes back to the biggest topic of this week anyway, as is always the case, the mentality of the players and this kind of persona that they have. Like, you can see they can play, and they can play very well. They're all good footballers, but when it comes to the mental side of it, they don't seem to have it, and that's what true winners have. And as you've seen today, they were cool as you like, play great football when the pressure is off. When the pressure's on, is it going to be the same thing?
Exactly. I think that was something that I was going to mention as soon as Gerry kind of flagged that up. I kind of think that performance came from the lads knowing that the pressure was off.
Yeah.
In a way, and obviously again you can kind of bring that full circle with the mentality, but I feel like obviously all of them have gone into that game thinking, what have we got to lose? We've got nothing to lose here. We can go all guns blazing. We can stay calm while we're playing. No one really gonna get on our back. So and I think that showed from the players that are having, so we speak, poor season. Like Snidlin, like Morales, who played well. So I agree with David. Like it always does come back to the mentality, and I suppose that's why Sam's brought in a psychologist. But
fantastic decision, by the way. I mean, Everton have needed that for years. Fantastic.
But I was just gonna say, I while I was watching that performance unfold, I had it in my mind that one of the reasons why they're playing like this is because they know the pressure's off.
Yeah.
Speaking of kind of being able to, foresee things, Max, what did you predict the score to be in this game?
Can't remember. I don't even know if I made the prediction.
I think, don't quote me, I think you said 3-0.
Did I?
Oh, something going on here. Don't like this. Oh, I don't like this one bit.
M squared, the Mystic Max. All right.
I can't wait to hear this derby prediction here.
I'm not giving you one.
He said earlier in the week he's gonna give it a pass.
We're not letting them off with that.
Yeah.
Trying it in.
I just want a legit. Obviously, no one will hold you to it. The fact that you've magically guessed 2 in a row is amazing. You guessed the Derby one though, and that's officially a pattern. All right, that's a streak. So yeah, just say it.
It's a hat trick.
But so really quick, I think we do need to let's think about this is a pretty fascinating game. All right, there are players who haven't been playing, and there's kids. All right, so really quick description of what you thought how these people did, okay, and whether or not they impressed you, or they didn't help themselves, or they hurt themselves. Okay, so Robles.
Never gonna get in the team ahead of. But showed we've got an able deputy because he did pull out some really good saves.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah,
I think he didn't hurt himself.
Yeah,
no.
He is in that position, isn't he? He's never going to be number one, sadly. So,
Charsley.
really, yeah, really good game, I thought.
Out of position.
He's put a case forward, though, to make that left-back position his own in terms of coming in as reserve to Baines, I thought.
It's nice to know that we have somebody that's there just in case. It didn't really seem like he was natural going forward and crossing with his left, but what impressed me the most about him, besides being poised and composed, he seemed very cool on the ball. Now, maybe he took an extra chance or two, kind of give away possession on the line like that, maybe a bit too often. But I love the confidence to try that kind of stuff. And when he cut in and actually, that shot this close, guys.
It was going. It was going in. It was going in. It's nice. It's nice to know you've got almost kind of a Baines-esque type of player who's kind of, although as a left back, has got an eye for goal, and it's always nice to have that in your locker.
Yeah.
Baningimi out of position as well. Yeah. I didn't think he had his best game because he was out of position.
Yeah, he just looked out.
I don't think he hurt himself.
Yeah, I think so. I think the defensive shape of the whole team was really good for the entire game. That's something that I kind of noted. Yes, granted, we were only playing against Apollon Limassol, but at the same time, the defensive organisation was really good. So I think, compliments are due for that whole back line there. And, he's part of it.
Feeney. Oh, sorry, go ahead, David.
No, I was just going to say there was one person I wasn't particularly impressed with in the defence, so I can't agree with Max yet. But just as a side note, I think, as a defensive unit, they were, even if they weren't great on a personal level, some players, I thought as a defensive unit, they were blob on,
Yeah. So I thought Feeney did well.
Yeah.
All right. He helped himself.
Yeah. I love Feeney, by the way. I see he was at the West Ham game in the Gladys Street in the season ticket seat, and I just thought, how fantastic is that? Like a young lad, because you find you might have Evertonians within the ranks, but when they start getting to a certain age, they start going maybe with where the other players sit, or they don't go to games as much because they're playing. But he still sits in the season ticket seat in the Gladys Street, which I just think is fantastic. So he played well as well.
All right. So you mentioned a little bit about Besic. All right.
We're going to clash here, I think.
No, go on.
I think we may have differing opinions too. I'm curious.
Go on. I'll let you two go first then.
Go ahead, Max.
I am a fan of Besic. I like his mentality on the pitch. He's always prone to making a mistake. I would have, even though he did do the job relatively well tonight, I wouldn't play him at centre half. I'd give him that room just in case he does slip up. Because, I mentioned that as I was watching the game, there was some attacking moves that started with Besic coming out from the back and picking his head up and trying to drive the ball forward. So, and that's something that I like coming from deep. Not necessarily from the defence, maybe from holding midfield, but I think he has got qualities that, I really do wish he stays clear of injury now.
I like his versatility. I don't think he's an awful center back. I wish he was taller to be able to play that position. He does take too many chances in that to be reliable. I feel like he needs a lot more experience to be reliable in that position. He just that really ill-advised slide where I think they could have given a PK in that one. I said that for you, David. But the guy went flying. I can't tell if he touched the guy or not, but I think that gets called once out of every 3 times. I think it's ill-advised. Not really. He does that a lot. So that's my biggest problem with him. In fact, he's not big and he makes too many rash decisions. I think he's a defensive midfielder. You know what I mean? Where you can take more of those chances. Yeah. But as a center half, I don't hate him. Don't hate him there. I just think he's behind all of our other center halves. Yeah. David. One other thing. His anticipation to cut in front of defenders. Not enough of our center backs do that. Ball's bouncing, he slides in and kind of nicks it in front of him. He did that a few times, which I like.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna add something to the pot there, Max.
Oh, come on! I just want to hear what everyone else says and try and just rip them to shreds.
I don't know. I feel like it sounds like I'm gonna slate him now. I'm not really, but he's been at the club now for about maybe three years, maybe even 4. I'm not too sure. I'll say 3. I'd love to know how many games he's actually played. I think he's horrifically injury prone. I feel like these players just never get past it. They just go on and on and on, being the same mould of always injured. I love his passion, always have. I think he's very passionate, and he's not scared to get in someone's face. But I just think as a football player, he is very, very limited. I think he defensively always has a mistake in him, as we've already said. I think sometimes he doesn't read the game very, very well. I think he's better in midfield, but even in midfield, I think he does the same kind of stuff. I think he can give away cheap fouls often, and he can give the ball away very easy. And I just don't think he's even a top 10 Premier League player. I think he's a squad player at best. And even then, I don't particularly love the idea of him being in the squad. So I like him as a guy, and I think his passion's second to none. But if someone come in and paid 10 mil, 5 mil even for him in January, I'd probably let him go.
Max totally agrees. You can tell by the look on his face.
The look of agreement there.
I just like him. I mean, but I think from that moment when he made it. I mean, no, it wasn't his official debut, but when he came on against Porto and he just kind of, he got the ball at his feet, pulled off some mad little trick with it, and then pinged the ball like 35 yards. I love a player who's got that in the locker. The way you're saying you don't want to see him involved in the squad, I want to see him get involved in the squad, and I want to see him get the odd bit of playing time, because I think the more he's exposed to playing, the more kind of quality will shine through.
Yeah. See, I think the best way, if I was trying to describe Bessis to someone that didn't know, was I'd probably use your example there. But then on the flip side, I'd then use the one where he made his actual debut against Chelsea. Yeah. And he tried a back heel in the middle of the pitch.
When he's done that.
Wow.
He's definitely thinking of his first touches in the Porto game. And he's thought to make the same level of impression here.
Yeah, maybe, because as we know what happened there, he gave it, just in case anyone doesn't know, he gave it away trying to do back heel, didn't he? And they scored straight off it. And that was in a few minutes of coming on. But I don't particularly want to hold him to that. As I said, just my personal opinion, I think he isn't in our top, say, 4 midfielders. He isn't in our top 4 centre-backs. So do we really want a player of that quality still in the squad? I might be proven wrong.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I usually when we have 2, and I don't think you're being completely against him, by the way. I don't think so. I don't think you're saying there's nothing good about him. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not.
I wouldn't be opposed to let's actually give him more playing time U23s. All right? Let's give him more playing time, just get him playing, period. Let's get him pace of the game better, training, and and just getting back in the game. When you have a major injury like that, getting back and getting your groove back, it's really difficult. All right, and so I think some time with the U23s. I say that about everybody though. The people that aren't getting in the squad, I'm like, let's put them down there. Let's give them some time just to let them play. Yeah. Because Clausen, we'll get there anyway. All right, so. Obviously, as usual, complete agreement.
It'd be boring if we all agreed.
Oh, no.
Let's move on to Schneiderlin.
I feel like he played really well.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I think he's been given a clean slate now. And hopefully he can build from that performance. I mean, he was given the armband and he played accordingly, I think. The maturity really did shine through in that performance, and he held the team together, I think, in terms of shape going forward and defending. So yeah, I think hopefully that this leads to him rediscovering his form.
Yeah. I thought, I wonder how much of a kind of psychological edge it gave him being made captain, and maybe the management team kind of knew that with everything that's gone on, because he did seem to rise to the occasion a little bit, and it just looked like the guy that we bought in January, didn't it, really? It was good to see. I thought, yeah, he had a really good game. And there's a couple of times even seen him speaking to the younger lads on the pitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good to see. And, I mean, we'd happily forgive him if he pulls his finger out a little bit and gets stuck in and goes back to the way he was, because he's a good player on his day. So, hopefully more to come.
Yeah, not as much of this.
Yeah.
More of this, you know? I don't know. There were times where I caught him walking while he was being passed. You know what I mean? Like the other team was going past him, and he could have turned and sprinted backward immediately, and he walked for about 3 steps, and then he started going after it. I don't like seeing that, but game might have been a little more in hand, and maybe he was thinking, hey, I might play on Sunday. Maybe that's what he was thinking. You mentioned something, though, talking to the younger guys. Lookman, after, I don't know if it might have been after both goals, he goes immediately over, hugs him, and starts talking into his ear. All right? Yeah. He's specifically building him up clearly, you know? And that's some captain leader material right there. That's great, you know?
Unless he's saying, hey, you wouldn't do that against Liverpool, would you shit bastard?
Either that, or is he saying, hey, do you know if there's a McDonald's around here? Because I'm so starving. Royale with cheese. Yes. Film references. Ta-da. All right. So, Davy Clausen.
Because there were moments where you think, all right, a bit more of that would do. Like, there was moments where he was finding men in space with some really good passes, and his vision, you know, it deserves a mention. But as you're watching him, you're just like, just please do that more. Try and get on the ball more and produce a bit more. Because, like, sometimes, honest to God, like, sometimes he'll just be like a passenger to the game, and you're just like, because, like, when I've seen him at Ajax, he really does seem like that, a player that can change a game. So, when, obviously, with him coming over, I'm kind of expecting that a bit of him. Maybe it might be a bit harsh, you know, he might need a bit more time to settle in, because usually some players who come from the likes of Holland and that do. But I really wish he would have took the game a bit more by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, I think he's had some trouble doing that, and I'm not really sure that it's his style. He just plays so much 1 and 2 touch, and it's pretty. You know what I mean? Like it keeps the game ticking over. He really does. His 1 and 2 touch play, his vision is good. Yeah. But he held the ball. He held the ball a little longer today, which I was actually impressed with. I thought there was improvement in his game today, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. It was one of his strongest performances, I would say. Yeah. But you're right, Max. I still saw some moments where I was like, he would be kind of hemmed in to the sideline, and he would give the ball away, go win it back. Give the ball away, go win it. It happened like 3 times in a row. One time on that far sideline. So, I don't know. I think he helped himself though. I think he did better.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, I think. I think he's probably fantastic in a very possession-based side, because he does love the 1-2s, picking it up and just playing 5-yard pass. But yeah, it's frustrating, because even today before the game, I was going on and on about him again to a mate of mine, another Blue, and I was just like, he could be something fantastic, and you don't kind of become Ajax captain. All right, they're not the team that they have been, but those Ajax fans know good football. They're built on it, and for the kind of heroes welcome he's had since he's went back there, being captain, being their favourite, he's doing something right. But we just haven't seen that. Even tonight, I think he put in a better performance, definitely. But he's still like, but he's still missing, isn't he? He's not really affecting the game as such, and he seems to be a lot deeper than what you'd probably like him to be. And as you said, he doesn't grab the game by the scruff of the neck and kind of make things happen. It's all very the easy option every time, and it's really frustrating, because I really want him to do well, and if we could get him going, I think he'd be one of our best players. But at the same time, he's got to look in the mirror a little bit and think, well, right, it's not going my way. I'm going to make it go my way instead of, just kind of doing enough to come away and say I did all right that game. Don't know. Maybe we're being harsh on him. As we said, he did have a better game, but it's hard when expectations are high of someone.
Yep. Yeah, he's a guy that I don't know. I think a part of it is a physicality thing. You see him, and you don't see a lot of burst from him. You know that you see from Vlasic, where Vlasic he looks sturdy. Klaassen, if you look at him, his legs kind of looks a little spindly. He looks like he's not built. And I think he's a guy that Premier League training and the gym and hitting the weights is going to do wonders for. And we're not talking about 34-year-old guys. We're talking about a fairly young guy, And so there's time for him to work on that kind of stuff and to maybe work on his burst, his explosion, But yeah, I don't know. That's what I feel like's missing the most from him. And that's why I think he lags back so much, is because he's worried about getting beaten on defense and not being able to recover.
Yeah, too much self-doubt in his game at the moment.
Totally agree. All right, who else we got?
Vlasic. Just while we're on the subject.
Looked great. Great. Defensively, a little shaky, lost his man a time or two, but awesome.
Honestly, I think up there with Pickford is probably our signing. And Rooney, by the way. I'm going to give Rooney some credit. Him and Rooney and Pickford have been our best signings by far from that summer, because he's been fantastic. And I think Unsworth maybe made a mistake in not playing him. He could influence games a little bit more for them. But yeah, another good performance made up. He got another goal as well.
Yeah, I think when you watch him play, he just seems like such an intelligent player.
His intelligence is fantastic.
It's kind of like when he gets the ball, it's like, okay, I'm getting closed down here, and he picks his head up, and he'll assess and 9 times out of 10 he can beat who's ever trying to close him down anyway. A big something that I noticed as well, it was toward like the latter stages of the game. Vlasic probably had an opportunity. It was before he'd scored. He had an opportunity to get one, and he to find Lookman to try and help him get his hat-trick. And I think that just kind of goes to show the kind of guy that he is. It's always nice to see that as a fan. With that type of mentality coming from your players.
Even I was going to say, even that assist for the first goal, just on with you saying and picking out of the players. Like that's so underrated, because it looked like they fell asleep and he had a bit of time. But if you actually look at the technique that he puts to loop that ball over, he didn't panic and just whiz it in or hope for the best. He almost had a look and could see Lookman coming in back post. Yeah. So hung it over, and that was a great assist and got us on our way.
It's funny, like first half he seemed like he was definitely playing more on the wing. Second half it seemed like he was cutting in a lot more.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the way Sigurdsson has been doing when he's playing. He plays more on the wing first half, and then he starts cutting in and playing more centralized as the second half progresses. Makes me wonder if that was done on purpose. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right, dude.
The three kind of interchanged a lot. It speaks volumes when an attacking like a front line can do that. I think when players can intersect and change positions and it still work, I think it just shows that we're onto something good here.
Yeah.
You hate to give them credit, Liverpool, but that's what they're for, and that's why they've been so lethal in front of goal.
Yeah.
Morales, I think we'd agree that he played all right.
Yeah, we spoke about him before, and he played well. Yeah.
All right, so Hornby.
I thought he was solid.
He was good, but he had his moments where you think, when he's one-on-one with the keeper, and you think, no matter how old you are or what situation you're in, if you're a centre forward, you should be putting them away. I mean, promising, but at the same time, you want to see that type of lethal attitude.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Not quite clinical enough. I thought his hold-up play was all right. He won some headers. He's a big guy. Didn't think he was going to be that big. He had one really good chance
Yeah.
on goal. The fact that he got there, I think there's definite potential, but not quite ready. Not quite ready for prime time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he led the line well, which is what I was alluding to, really. That I thought he'd done really well tonight because he was a lone striker, wasn't he? But, yeah, it should have been a little bit more clinical on his chance.
Yeah. So, is that our starting 11?
Yeah,
Am I
well,
missing one?
there was Lookman, but we've spoke about him
Yeah, but I
quite
mean,
a bit. Yeah,
if you don't know Lookman was a badass today,
Yeah.
then there's
yeah,
a
you
problem.
shouldn't
all
be
right?
watching football.
Different level. Broadhead looked solid. That little run on the line was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was unlucky. That's a great goal.
Denny came in. We didn't really get to see much of a look for him. And the 16-year-old.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody see his date of birth?
Was it 99?
No, it was 2001.
Oh yeah, he's 16. Yeah.
I nearly died when I seen that. I was like, oh. As I said, like, I know I'm not old, but I feel old now when some of these younger lads are coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, shut up.
I know, yeah. Luckily, we've got Gerry, so it's all right. I'll never catch up to him.
I saw somebody was born in 95 or something, and I was just like, oh wow, I was a junior in high school. All right, so that's everybody. All right, that's everybody. Pretty solid performance from the squad today. Dominant scoreline. There were stretches where I don't know that our team was as dominant, but we defended well during those stretches. So yeah, I think we're happy.
Yeah, very happy.
Any final thoughts, guys?
Bring on.
Yeah, let's just. I think we did need that. They had a big result last night, didn't they? And it was nice for us to go away in Europe and get and pick up the win and get some goals as well. Set us up well for Sunday.
Oh yeah, I agree with them. I have no other thoughts other than it was great. It's nice to get a win, and I was disappointed that the game was not on U.S. television. So there's that. All the network executives are watching right now, so that's my message to them. So anyway, if you're digging the videos, please subscribe. All right, our numbers are slowly rising. It's pretty cool. Check out David's writing on the Toffee Blues website and on the Sportsman. Check out Max's writing on the Toffee Blues website. All right, lots of stuff by them, and they would consider it a personal solid if you checked out their stuff. All right. Yeah, I don't have any writing, so don't check it out. That's it. All right. That's all. We're gonna go do more segments. All right. Bye-bye.